Here's an interview from one of our past shows on Rock and Metal Revival. If you're interested in hearing full shows, go to our Facebook page and check out our list of affiliates for times and places where you can hear Rock and Metal Revival. There is Alive, which is the title track from the upcoming album from Robin-McAuley, and we want to welcome back one of our favorite vocalists of all time, Robin-McAuley, to Rock and Metal Revival. Good afternoon, Robin.
Good afternoon and actually it's still morning where I am, so good morning from me and good afternoon for you. Thank you guys. How you doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. And, you know, Robin, with 2 new solo albums, 2 Black Swan releases, and your work with Schenker the last couple of years, this new album title, Alive, kind of takes on a special meaning, doesn't it?
Well, I'm still here, if that's what you mean. and I had oh my God, I had a gigantic birthday, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good considering everything.
Nice. Now, this album's a little heavier than the last one, than Standing on the Edge. Is that something you were going for? You wanted to maybe beef it up a little bit? I hear a little drop tuning a couple songs.
Well, you know, when we did Standing on the Edge, you know, I had no idea what I was doing, really, and so, you know, I kind of reached out to people I'd worked with in the past, and we put that record together and had such a positive response. Now, when we started into this one, I went, okay, we need to crank this up a little bit here, and it was a busy beginning, middle of the year. I was supposed to actually have the whole record turned in by, I think, June, and I bumped into Alessandro Del Vecchio, the producer, actually at Sweden Rock Festival, and I went, dude, I think I'm late. And he goes, yeah, I think I'm late too. So we kind of sort of had a chance to meet face to face and discuss how we're going to do it. And, you know, I have to say right out the gate that I'm so happy. I kind of insisted that we keep the same band from Standing on the Edge. And Andreas De Veso is just killing it on this record. He's such a great guitar player.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so lucky to have him. And Nicholas Papapico on drums. And of course, Alessandro, you know, he does everything, you know, and he became a dad at the beginning of the year. So kudos for that. I have no idea where he found the time, but yeah, we put a lot more into this one, and I like where it went, and I love the production on it. I think the songs are great. So there you have it. I'm alive.
Well, hey, Robin, now I heard that you would be, you were possibly playing the Frontiers Festival this year. Will this be a Robin-McAuley solo show, or will this span your whole career?
That's an excellent question. Definitely solo. We're kind of hoping that maybe Reb Beach might be there with Winger. We're not sure yet because the whole lineup configuration hasn't been done yet, but if that is the case, we might stick some Black Swan songs in there. I think Jeff is just going to be crazy busy with Foreigner, so definitely the solo stuff, and then we'll see what else we can find the time for while we're up there. Plus the fact now that the band will be rehearsed, I'm hoping to add extra shows so that we can actually you know, we can make the most of it.
Nice. Now, the video for Alive is really cool. I like that, with the way the lights react to you and all that stuff. Who came up with that? And I know it's kind of like going along with the concept of your album cover, kind of, it looked like.
You know, I've been really lucky. I work with a really great photographer and a great video producer. Same guys that does the Black Swan stuff, and you know, they come to me and they're going, okay, I know this is just not going to be a regular one. What do you got now? So I kind of throw the kitchen sink at them and see if it sticks. No. And I gave them the basic concept of the cover. And you know me, I love the old vampire movies. I love the Frankenstein movies. So when Alive was one of the first songs that was written, and I thought, okay, I have an idea for the album cover already. I started going back into the old sort of Frankenstein laboratory scene, that sort of stuff. And we tried to create that in the video. Every time I would hit the chorus, you know, we'd bring the lights up really strong, and we did the photos the same way. And That's kind of pretty much how I was feeling, and I went, let's see how far we can take this, and it was a lot of fun, and I think we sort of succeeded in what we were trying to do, and I love it. I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Robin, I have to ask, I've been a big fan since the first time I heard you with Macaulay Schenker Group, and over the years, it's amazed me of how many projects that you're in and how many dates you do and how strong your voice has stayed. Is there a secret to keeping your voice that strong? Because, I mean, you're a busy man.
Kentucky bourbon.
Oh, amen. Nice. Then I'm going to sing forever.
Yeah. That's why your voice is so sweet there, Red.
Oh, man. I don't think there's any secret to it other than the fact that I take great care of my voice. I try to do all the really cheesy things like, get plenty of rest, stay hydrated. I hate smoky atmosphere, so that's public enemy number one for me. I stay clear of all of that. I don't talk a great deal when I'm on the road. I try to stay away till it's like sound check, showtime. It's pretty boring how I do things, I'm the guy with the humidifiers and the facial steamers, and it's
nice.
Everybody else is just having fun, and I'm going, I'm miserable. So that's kind of what I do. And then, of course, when the job's done, I will sit down and I will have that bourbon or bottle or whatever it is.
Nice.
But not until that point. So that's kind of how I do things. And no magic. It's just what works for me, really, guys.
Ah, okay. Well, one of my favorite songs on the album is "My Only Son." Could you give me some info on that? Because it's a really cool song. Seems like it's got a little bit of a sad kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, it's a little dark. It's actually based on a true story. I wrote that track with the great Tommy Denander out of Sweden, who, of course, co-wrote and produced Detroit Spaces with Alice Cooper.
Oh.
And Tommy and I had also 2 tracks on Standing on the Edge, and then I did a couple of things for him throughout the year where I recorded on his Radioactive album. So, when he sent me the music for that, something just struck me, and I remembered a story about this lady called Santa Keems, who was married to a very wealthy guy who was much older than she was. And when he died, he was previously married, but he didn't leave any money to her. He left it to his kids, and she got really pissed off, and she kind of went off the rails. They mixed in high circles. They were at the White House during the whole Carter presidency. And then she would get tied up with people who owned a lot of real estate, and she would sort of embezzle funds from them, and ultimately she murdered about 6 people.
Oh, wow.
Just to get what she wanted. And long story endless, Mary Tyler Moore played her in a movie called My Mother's Son. It goes back to sort of 70s era. Okay. And so I read up a lot on it, and I went, this is a good title for a song if anybody gets it. And
yeah.
Anyway, she went to jail. She snitched. She had an incestuous relationship with her son.
Oh.
And she basically she drilled him, trained him, and molded him into the same kind of awful murderous bitch that she was.
Wow. Okay.
So they got caught. They got caught. They did jail time. She snitched on him. She died in jail, and he's actually he's still in jail in California, believe it or not. So anyway, there you have it.
Wow,
that's a happy story.
So there's my mother. Aren't you glad you asked?
I thought there was a story to that song, man. I thought there was something going on here. I want to hear.
Yeah, aren't you glad you asked now?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Robin, I've always wanted to make time to get out to Vegas to see the Raiding the Rock Vault. Is there any thought of taking that show on the road, like a lot of musical kind of shows do?
Yeah, well, right before the pandemic, we had performed I had performed almost 1,500 shows. with Raiding the Rock Vault.
Oh, wow.
And we took it to the UK for a week as a kind of a test run, and it went really well. And then the COVID thing hit, and it kind of put the brakes on everything. And the show restarted June of last year, and I decided not to go back into it. I'd been there for 7 years, and as I said, almost 1,500 shows. And
Wow.
Once I was back out on the road and recording with Black Swan and doing the solo stuff, I kind of started really missing it. I'm thinking, this is kind of where I come from. This is what I really like to do. And I love the Vegas stuff. I love the work. But you kind of got stuck in a mode because you're 5 nights a week and all of that stuff. And I love the work, as I said. But I missed the touring, and I missed a different stage every night, and I missed a different audience every night, even though you would get that in Vegas.
Yeah.
But just a different animal, really.
Okay. So is there going to be a tour eventually for this? I mean, you got a couple solo albums, and if you do tour, or who's going to be in your band? It's going to be the band, the guys who recorded?
I want to use the same band. That would be my that would be a huge determining factor for me. I really want to use these guys because they really are good. And definitely. As I said, once we do the before, during, and after we do the Frontiers Festival, we'll be rehearsed, and provided I get a promoter that's the least bit interested, of course.
Yeah.
Because it really depends on that. But given that all the chips fall in the right place, we'll add shows at least for Europe, and then we'll see where it goes. And if we can get some interest here, I would love to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, you kind of let the cat out of the bag on my next question earlier. You and I have a thing in common. We both love bourbon, and I was looking. What is my Robin-McAuley recommendation for his favorite bourbon?
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to go with my recommendation. I don't like bourbons that are too harsh, and maybe I'm sort of thinking about the vocal cords when I say that.
Yeah.
I like a smoother bourbon, of which there are a lot. I do go to. There's really good English. I go to from the Jim Beam family. I go to a top shelf one, a Basil Hayden.
Yes, that's what I drink.
You do?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that and the black label. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
The black label is really good. The black label, but try the Basil Hayden, which is the next shelf up.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I've discovered another one that's actually it's actually a Tennessee bourbon, I believe, called a Bibb and Tucker. Have you tried that one?
No, I haven't. I'm writing that down
I
right
hope
now.
there's somebody listening here from bourbon that start sending us a whole case.
Exactly.
Here, try this one.
I'll tell you what, my friend. You come to Wisconsin, I'll bring you a couple of bottles of Basil Hayden.
All right, dude. Ditto. Yeah, you drink mine, I'll drink yours.
Nice. Now, your second single, "Feel Like Hell," I really like that. It's got that kind of industrial kind of intro going, and then it sounds like 7-string, 8-string guitar, something kind of a lower register going on in some of that.
Yeah, when I wrote that, I went because just to digress a hair, they send me like a barrel full of songs, and then I have to sit and listen to everything, and I don't mean to sound like that, but I do. I sit and listen. I listen to everything, and then I pick the 12 songs that I really want to work on. And when I finished I Feel Like Hell, I went, why do I think they're going to hate this? Because I started thinking sort of a little industrial, as you say, and almost a little punky with the vocal end of it. And I started thinking, Susie and the Banshees of all things.
Oh, nice.
And I'm thinking, I think they're going to hate this shit. And then, wow, they come back and they go, this is a single. We need to put this out as a single. And so again, the wacky ideas, one of the guys with the production company, he goes, dude, I have this great idea just listening to this song. You know, we should have a battle with sort of your alter ego, you know. And so we actually shot the video way past midnight on Hollywood Boulevard 1 week before Christmas. And we were freezing our asses off.
Oh, nice.
But the good thing about it was just me and the video director. One camera, no studio set up. The lighting was ready-made for us. We had all of the fire trucks and the ambulance and the dogs, and we had all these alleys and the perfect lighting. And I went, man, this is great. Cool. And it worked really well. And, you know, again, we kind of threw it up in the air and went, maybe the label's going to hate this, you know.
No, I thought it was cool.
They kind of let me run with it, and I'm very grateful for that. So, yeah, I think it's a great video. You know, it's like a little mini movie, you know, a little bit of Hollywood vampire horror at night, you know.
Nice.
Hey, now, Robin, I've always enjoyed your work with Michael Schenker. Do you see you two working together in the near future or again?
You know, that there's always the possibility because, you know, Michael is still promoting his last record with Ronnie Romero. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't try to continue working with Ronnie. So that, of course, poses the question, does he have time to do anything else? I don't know. We did discuss some things at the end of the European tour, and that I can't say too much about that, but there's something that Michael really wants to do, and so if he gets everything else off his desk, then maybe we'll come back to that. In the meantime, he's got a lot of festivals this year with Ronnie, and I think actually I'll be performing at the festival with Ronnie as well. I think not with him, but they do a sort of a VIP thing where they bring up a bunch of different singers with a bunch of different sort of setups, and we hammer out some sort of tripe. I don't know.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Nice. So going back to the album, the single that just came out now, I think, is Can't Go On. You Can't Go On. You think that song could have benefited from maybe some cowbell?
You know, it's on there. You just don't hear it. It's there. You just don't.
I couldn't turn it up loud enough to hear it. So, I just thought that could.
I like that. I like it. Yeah.
Now, the new album, like we said, is called Alive. It gets released on the 17th of February. And, Robin, where is the best place for people to keep up with what's going on with Robin-McAuley, whether it be Black Swan or yourself, to tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on my official Facebook page, Robin-McAuley Official. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Spotify. All of those beautiful medias that are up there and available. And we're actually just tweaking Spotify right now so that we can get everything up there. So, Frontiers also has access to my official page, so they're always posting. And, of course, you can jump over to YouTube and watch all the videos and see all of the links to the Frontiers Music SRL, all the pre-orders. If that's what you'd like to do, I would love you to do that.
Get some vinyl. Get the vinyl. I want the vinyl.
Yeah, I got my CDs yesterday. Yay! And I'm waiting for the vinyl, and the vinyls are always awesome. You know, I just the Black Swan vinyls were beautiful. The artwork is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I'm waiting for this one patiently. So, it's just nice. It's just, it's just not something nice to have. And,
definitely.
So.
I love the sound of vinyl.
Me.
Yeah. Well,
it's awesome.
Yeah. And Robin, you were always welcome on this show, and we're going to play Feel Like Hell coming out of this interview. And Robin McCauley, like I said, you are always welcome on Rock and Metal Revival.
Thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure to be here, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome.